free flying on a Sunday. My ticket is a one-way. I'm about to play in the sky. I always knew you'd make it one day. Today was such a fun day. And I think I'm the first. I got out, free fly, touched the sky, and fell in love.
Yeah. Welcome back to WazzyCircus Radio. This is a show where I sit down with the most amazing people that I've met in over a decade of professional skydiving. I met today's guest at the 2016 Puerto Rico Free Fall Festival in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Uva. He's 4 years in sport, 1,200 jumps, la 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 la. He works with me at I Fly Awesome. That's not what makes him amazing, man. What makes him amazing is he left Fortune 500 companies, six-figure salaries. He's a mechanical engineer. He fell in love with the sport. He fell in love like you did. He fell in love like I did. And he fucking took the leap, baby. He went and bought a Mercedes Sprinter van and sprayed the inside and fucking laid wood and microwave and air conditioning and whatever he did. It's really nice. He disconnected from the unhappiness, and he chased his damn dream from drop zone to drop zone. Big ways. Fly for life. You got dreams, man. I mean, what are you doing about your dreams? That's the question. Are you going out to get them? I mean, you might have to live in a fucking parking lot with a giant poodle.
It's a Labradoodle, man. Come on, get it straight.
Hey, you might have to sit in the parking lot behind iFly. But if you want to be fucking happy and do what you dream, you got to take that fucking leap. My guest today is Eric motherfucking Revord, level 1 instructor.
hey, I'm level 2 almost, man. Come on, get it straight.
Man.
Hey, but anyways, Waz, thank you for having me on here, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the introduction. Like, I don't know what to say.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it definitely... Yeah, it takes a special kind of person, I guess, to just walk away and do what you want to do,
You're
right?
definitely special, Eric.
Yeah, special in a lot of ways. We know that.
Hey, how do you disconnect and walk away from everything and go live like a camper?
When I got into the sport, man, I knew right away within a year or so that I could no longer do this corporate lifestyle, working 60 hours a week. If I was lucky, get 10 days vacation, go travel. Like half my vacation was to go meet you in Puerto Rico because I couldn't get much off because we had these crazy timelines. And, man, after a while, I just couldn't do it anymore. I felt like I was starting to get depressed, even though I was skydiving still on the weekends. At first, I could shut it off, kind of like the stress, and jump with my buddies and be cool. But even at the end, I got mad at my friends at the drop zone for no reason when I was there to like relieve the stress. So I was like, man, I was heading into this downward spiral. I was like, I'm close to depression. At that point, I said, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I can't do this. At that point, I went to the company. We had financial struggles because we were a startup electric car company. I said, hey, just pay me the money you owe me. Give me the benefits package, and I'll quit today.
And they were like, they needed an out because you're probably expensive.
Exactly. So
you worked at Mercedes, Tesla, Fisker, and then you ended up at the startup.
So these are
electric car companies.
So I started at Mercedes. So basically, I got my education in engineering from Mercedes. As soon as I got that, I was out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I went to high school there. I went to college there. I worked at Mercedes there. That was my ticket out of there. So Alabama, like Roll Tide. That's my shit. But.
Right.
But I couldn't live there anymore. And at that point, that was my ticket to go to California, work at Fisker, work at Tesla, was there super early, was able to get in some stock options. Basically, for the next 10 years, I just chased the stock options. My last company I worked at was called Faraday Future. I was employee number 80 at the time. We moved up to like 1,500.
Nice.
I was responsible for a lot of things. I was an engineering manager at that time. And
this all sounds like the damn dream. What you're describing sounds like what every mother's fantasy is for their child.
And it was, dude.
Yeah, like, my baby's, he's moving to Cali and chasing
living on the beach, like I could see from my apartment, I could see the beach. I was this close. I lived in Hermosa Beach, Newport Beach.
Happiness is not a number.
And I felt it was a boring lifestyle. Go work 60 hours, go to dinner on the weekends, have Saturday, Sunday fun day, whatever it might be, and then go back on that grind, and after a while, I just couldn't do it anymore. I can't.
You can't.
the longest person, the biggest critic to convince to pull that move off was my mom.
Of course.
Because she was like, what are you doing, Eric? You crazy. You're walking away in the midst of your career. You're like in your prime. You know, what are you doing? I said, Mom, I just can't.
I can't.
But now she's super proud about it because when she tells people the story at work, they're like, oh, that's amazing. I can't believe your son's got the balls to pull it off. And
everybody
she's like, oh,
feels
my
that
God.
way.
She's like, now she's totally on board, you know? Like,
Man, everybody feels that way. Dude, you're coming in with brownies from Starbucks. You're like, yeah, I've been hanging out in the parking lot. They think I'm homeless, so they give me brownies and shit. I'm gonna eat those brownies and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, what a wild lifestyle.
oh, it's been crazier. I had this security guard at Starbucks. He had, not at Starbucks, but HEB Plus, Starbucks,
Right.
whatever you
Shout
want
out
to
to
call
Texas,
it.
baby.
Lake Lines HEB, here you go. But he noticed my van.
Lakeline HEB.
He noticed the van, and like, I'd been there now maybe a month, you know, like I was trying to be incognito. I would drive it. I would go to work. I'd move it to the shade at night. And, but he noticed, and he came up. He was super cool about it. He's like, hey, man, I've noticed you're living on this van. I used to be homeless myself, like living in gutters. He explained me the whole process, how you would live in there in case it rained so you wouldn't get wet.
Right.
And like, I still have a family of 4. I get food stamps for the first of the month. If you ever need anything,
God
let
bless
me
this
know.
man.
Like, I'll give you some money so you can get something. Like, man, dude, I appreciate it, but it's a little different situation. Like,
Right.
so, but if
I'm
you,
homeless by choice, sir.
yeah, I always say I'm not really homeless. I live in a van. I'm one step away from homeless. Okay,
Yeah,
so
right.
that's how I distinguish it.
Right.
But anyway, so he would then come by at night and check up on me. Hey, what's going on? And I start feeding him Cokes, like, hey, here, have a drink or something like that. Because obviously, you know, I realized if you have a family of 5 and you're on food stamps, you're probably not that well off. You're probably in a worse situation I am, even though I'm living in this parking lot,
100,000%
right?
worse than you, dude.
So I started giving him Cokes, but like every other
You
Sunday.
mean soda people?
Yeah.
Okay.
He would like, yeah, sorry. Soda pop, okay?
I started feeding him drugs and, you know.
No, like a Coca-Cola classic,
Okay, there you go.
But he'd show up, like some Sundays, he'd have steaks, burgers. He would feed me that way.
Isn't that beautiful?
Dude, it really like.
You're
it,
seeing a different part of this.
So the crazy thing is, I've always said, like, when you make money and you're self-sufficient and you're like, let's say the engineering salary, you know, like you said, 6 figures, whatever, you live in your own bubble because you can afford everything that you want to do. So you don't care what other people are doing.
Right,
If that
right. You
makes
don't have
sense.
time.
Yeah, like you're in your bubble. I want to do this. I'm going to do this. I have the money. For give you an example. If my car's broke now, I can't go to Mercedes and they fix this. I can't afford that with an iFly salary, right?
Right.
I'm going to have to go to like Luciano's brother,
Right.
another colleague, and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, man, give me the company hookup and just fix it. I get it. You're not a Mercedes. But back then, you don't care.
Right.
Oh, Mercedes, you fix it, right? So, but once I moved away from the corporate and lived in a van, I was now involved or surrounded with people who had maybe less fortunate situations. But what I noticed real quick is they were way more giving because they've been there, done that, and now if they can help, they will.
Because if you know the pain, man, you want to
Exactly.
heal it. Yeah, you
And
see it.
People
Wow.
who always have mucho plata,
They're blind
Exactly.
to it. It's not
And-
their fault. They're just in their
No,
bubble.
exactly.
They're doing their
So-
best. They're living their life, man.
and that was actually a side effect that I didn't even think about when I decided to live this nomad lifestyle in this van, you know, like, because I always knew I could support myself, right?
Right.
But then to see people like that who look at this perception of me maybe being homeless coming up to me like, hey, I've been here before. Let me help you, you know,
Right.
like makes
Yeah.
you want to help even more, right? Like,
Beautiful.
so
They
that's been
don't
that's
know.
been a humbling experience in the van that I didn't even think about, you
Yeah,
know?
that's
so
dope. So, when he first got to Austin, I was like, yo, man, just get a fucking gym membership somewhere. You can shower, work out, come to work. You're good. And it works, right?
So yeah, at first, the shower thing, I didn't know how to figure it out because
Yeah.
I knew I could wash my clothes and iFly. We
Right.
got the
I
washer
remember
and
you were telling
dryer,
me, like,
you know?
I
It's
can't
like,
shower, man. I was like,
Yeah.
man, go to Gold's and take a fucking nice shower. You're like, I can't shave in there. I was like, shit, shave in there. Watch, see what
I
happens.
still don't do that. I still
You
go.
can.
Nah, dude.
People do it. I don't do it, but I've
I-
seen guys in there doing it.
I just can't. I go to
I
the
saw a
barber I
guy-
told you about.
I saw a fucking guy getting highlights in the locker room at Gold's Gym on
Okay.
Anderson Mill.
That's that guy. I just can't do it, man. I just keep going back to the fades place I introduced you to.
Yeah. Dude, I'm in the platinum phase, dog.
No, G and B fades or whatever.
Oh, no,
yeah.
B&J.
Yeah, that
B&J.
place. So you remember?
Hey, shout out to B&J
No, it's
Fades.
I think it's J and B fades.
J&B Fades.
Yo.
Man, it's a Spanish.
Right above this little restaurant. Like,
It's kind of hidden. Dog. It's the $14 nice cut with the Norelco on the bald head, son. And then they wash and massage your scalp for $14. Oh.
So it's a beard trim, haircut, and I think
man.
we actually pay extra because it's a shave.
Yeah.
If you go and get a fade and a cut, it's like $12. So, and yeah.
You can't beat it.
No.
So I told Elijah to go to Platinum Phase. That's where he goes. He thinks he's clean, but he's spending $30, $40.
Plus a tip, plus that.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yep.
$14, and these ladies, they
They're
love
so
you.
nice.
You know?
Yeah, they're so happy. You're talking about your kids and shit. That's what I do.
Well, I just talk
Yeah.
about my dog. And I live in the van, you know, but that's still, they're like, you crazy, you know, like, oh, you've been single too long, like this. They just think you're wild.
But look at how it comes together, man. You've got the washing machines for the tunnel suits.
Yeah.
You got your clothes are done.
Yep.
You can shower 10 times a day if you want. Nobody would fucking know. You're good. All food. You're taken care of. It's what we want to do really bad with the boys, and we want to go drop zone hopping and do podcasts and go again host camps. Man, we have a dream we're putting together for the Wazzy Circus, and you're like igniting the fire, bro. We're looking like, hey man, he's done it. But we got the kids, man. The dudes, man, they're spoiled. So we'll see. We'll see what we
You
can
know,
do
I
with
always
that.
say there, if there's a will, there's a way.
yeah.
If you want something bad enough, you'll do whatever it takes, right? And for me, like you said, right now, like, I've been living in the Sprinter van for 18 months, dog.
It's a year and a half for y'all that can't add.
If you doesn't, that means living through a winter in Austin and a summer in Austin.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
back to summer.
Oh, back to summer.
Summer, winter, summer.
Yeah, and the other part, to be honest, I always built this van thinking like nice weather, you know, like
Right.
winter in Florida, then in the summer we'll do the travel, the boogie, be in Chicago,
what
maybe
up?
come back down to Florida. If
Oh,
not,
what
we'll go
y'all
back out to
doing?
Cali over the winter.
Y'all hooking it?
Yeah, you know, like never thought about like Texas. Like, like why would I want to be in Texas? Like,
Everybody thinks that. You guys don't want to be in Texas. Stay home.
but
Don't come here. It's too amazing, and it's getting crowded, man. Yeah, you don't think Texas till you get here, and you're like, I'm not fucking leaving.
so I still got my Cali ID. I'll be real.
Yeah, that's all
I've been
good.
here a year. I don't know if I would change it yet, but
Right on.
I think I'm gonna be here for at least another 2-3 years. That's what my
It's treating you all right, ain't it?
No, definitely Austin has grown on me a lot. It took a while, you know, but now I like it. I like the outdoor scenes. I like the skydivers. I obviously love the people I work with. You know, I fly
Yeah.
Austin. It's been amazing.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah, so it does take a second to adapt to the Austin lifestyle because Austin is outside in the creeks and on the lakes and in the parks. Austin isn't really indoorsy.
Yeah, but if you're a skydiver, I think that comes with the package. You know, like
Yeah,
if
yeah.
skydiving, base jumping, nature, blah blah
Camping,
blah.
going big,
like,
sitting by a fire.
we're not
that's what we
indoorsy
do.
people, right?
Right,
so like
yeah.
if you were somewhat into outdoorsy, and if you're like into skydiving, base jumping, whatever it might be, speed flying, like you're gonna embrace the water, the lakes, the hiking, the mountains that we have. You know, like especially me and my dog, so that I don't need an excuse. You know, I gotta take him to this park, I gotta take him to this lake. You know, let me check out this, you know, whatever it is. So
Right. Oh, there's hundreds. You can make a
Austin,
list.
yeah.
You'll never hit them all.
so it's been good.
Where's the first DZ you hit? Like, I'm fucking out, Mom. You started your van,
So-
maybe. You drove down the street.
So
Where were you headed?
So my first skydive I ever did
Okay.
was in 2010, and it was in tandem, and it was at the farm in Georgia.
I love them. Oh, well, okay. Let's get this straight. The farm, which is now Skydive Spaceland Atlanta.
Yeah, but I think it's like right at the Alabama-Georgia line.
Okay.
It's called
Was it
the
on the airport or was it on this giant property with a big building and a giant landing area?
Yes, and then you had
Yeah.
to take the yes,
Yes. So that's now Spaceland Atlanta.
yes, could be.
I've organized there.
All right, Evan Bunter, I think, used to organize there. He's a big time base jumper too. Evan works in Atlanta.
Awesome.
Anyways, but
Shout out to Harold Kimball in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be in the ATL soon, guys. I'm doing another Team Black Star benefit for underprivileged kids. We're going to jump in. There's a demo jump. The Tuskegee Airmen were there last time. We're offering careers to underprivileged kids in aviation because there's a lot of pilot careers open. So if you know any youngsters out there that aren't doing good in school, tell them they can fly planes, man. It's true, man. If you don't like the books and shit and you don't want to code, you might want to go fly jets. That might be way more fun. You might want to push your kids into that career because all those guys are retiring. It's a big deal. It's the only reason I'm bringing it up, man. It's a good cause. And it doesn't matter. It's Team Black Star, but it's just underprivileged kids, man. It doesn't matter who it is. You know what I mean? We're trying to help everybody, so that's pretty cool. All right, I'm sorry.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did my first tandem there, and I remember when I did it, I was like, "Yo, if I ever get the time and the money, like I'm gonna get into it." And then
The place is wild, dude.
it was, but
Those trees are so tall.
at the
Yeah. You've been back to Georgia? Have you been back?
no, I have not.
You haven't been
I have
back?
not.
Okay. So you don't know.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then I got real heavy into snowboarding. I did all my time there in California. Eventually,
Where? Big Bear?
Big Bear. No, I used to go to Colorado every year. I'd get the season epic pass or whatever it'd be, and I would stay 30 days on my buddy's couch, and I would hit the slopes every day
Nice.
for 30 days, and I would fly back home to either Alabama or California, whatever it be. And that's what
So you just disconnected and started fucking around.
Yeah, I guess in the same sense, if you think about it, like skydiving, it was a way. The snowboarding time was me disconnecting from society,
Being
right?
able to get away.
Just like, and
alone in the mountains, fresh air, fuck these people.
I used to always say the lift was church for me, you know?
Beautiful.
Right?
It is
Like,
church.
Because
That's
you're just getting ready to go. It's quiet. You're ready. So,
That's a beautiful thing. The ride up can be like church.
but yeah, I used to go to a Big Bear a lot. That's where I really learned how to like hit like lips and jump and grind, because
Nice.
you could hit that same line like 12 times, because it wasn't a very big park, but it was a lot of progression, you know? So it was
Right.
perfect.
How far away is it from where you live?
If you're living like in LA or like Newport
San
Beach,
Diego,
Yes,
Oceanside.
something
2
like
hours?
that, you're like 2 hours.
Isn't that nuts?
It's crazy to think like you can wake up at the beach, you go surf, and then you could drive 2 hours later and be at like 40-degree weather and hit the slopes.
I'm like, we can wake up, hit first load in Oceanside, hit the tunnel, drive up, snowboard until night. They have night rides?
So they actually call that the trifecta.
Yeah,
So you
I've
can
heard that.
surf, play golf,
Uh-huh.
and snowboard, or you can like throw in skydive, snowboard, and surf.
Yeah, or something.
Yes, one of those combos you can do 3 a day.
Trifecta.
The trifecta.
That's a beautiful life.
Hey,
How long did you do that shit for?
The trifecta was too much for me.
Okay.
Let me just, I
That's a
just want to
Wazzy
do one or
circus.
the other, because I was just like, to do the trifecta, you really are spending like 6 hours a day in the car to do like a couple of runs and do one skydive and then surf. Like, you know, like for me, that was like,
I gotcha.
if I'm going to drive up there, I'm going to try to shred as long as I can and then come back home. If I'm going to skydive, I'm going to be there until sunset load, because we all know that's the best load, you know?
So when did you start traveling to drop zones? Because it sounded like you just started fucking around.
So then, I guess, yeah. So fast forward, it was, I guess, what did I say? 6:30 will be my 4 years. So it was 2015. I was back in California, and I was working, and I was looking for something else. And I remembered, I said, if I ever got time and money, I would skydive.
Right.
So at this point, I'm trying to convince my friends, like, hey, anybody want to come with me? Nobody did. So I just Googled skydive, and the first thing that popped up was Lake Elsinore. So I call up, I said,
This is after your first tandem.
yeah, this is like, shit, this is like 5 years later.
Okay.
I was like, this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
So I called them up there, and they're like, yeah, we do AFF and
Shout
all
out
this.
Lake Elsinore.
Yeah, Lake Elsinore. That's my home DZ, man. I will always,
that's dope,
So
man.
always be grateful for that
Mad
place.
gratitude.
I
I
had-
love Elsinore.
Dude, really the load organizer I had there, even the talent that was there when I started, is really what motivated me to become good. You know, like,
Who was it?
oh, there were Andy Macchiotti, there were former world champions
legends.
there. You know, Nate Smith,
It's fucking California. man. They're
Laylo,
all
like
out there.
Skip. You know, Skip came to see us. There was these guys that there's shredders,
Right.
and I used to see him in the corner, and I would always be like, "Yep, that's the group I will be jumping with. That is my goal." You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
And I knew right off the bat, like, when you first start skydiving, you really have no idea. Like, there's all these different disciplines. Like, you know, yeah, some people, they realize, I just want a wingsuit. You know, like, I'm doing my 200 jumps, I'm getting a wingsuit. I don't care what else everybody says.
Right.
But I didn't know about belly or VFS and this and that. But I see videos where they would come down, and I was like, yo, that's it.
That's the shit.
That's the shit. Like, there's, I don't
so
care.
cool.
I don't care what anybody else does. Like, that's it. Like, for me, it was like I'm flying my bodies on all angles. You know, like head down, head up, flipping this way, whatever it might be. Even though it was static looking, but
Right.
you know, we'll talk about that later. But that was it.
Yeah.
And that's what I knew. And you know,
So how long did you stay at Elsinore?
dude, Elsinore was basically my home drop zone. Well, you know, living in California, obviously you jump at Oceanside, you'll jump at Taft. I spent a lot of time there. That was because the DZO there was phenomenal. You know, I really loved Laylo and Claudia. They were this Brazilian couple. They used to run Elsinore, and now
I
they
know
were,
Laylo.
yeah, Laylo, dude. And they just made it, the environment there was just, you know, it was, I went there for an entire summer,
Nice.
Oceanside.
And are you in the van at this point?
No. The van.
Oh yeah, van is 18 months. So we're
So
like, we're
I'm
3
being
years
the
back.
engineer now who's working Monday through Friday.
And trying to hit the DZ on the weekend.
DZ every morning, 8 a.m. first load. You know,
Yeah,
you got to be.
maniacs. I'm like, who are these fucking guys,
Yeah.
man? I'm trying to get coffee. You like,
Yeah.
first load, let's go.
Well, like, okay, probably not first load because it was too cold. I'm not even lying. Like,
Whew, like Jeff Gowie and these guys, man.
no, like 6 a.m. loads.
What
like,
are you talking about?
No.
Sunrise, like shit.
Shit,
You
like,
talking about eggs and bacon, sunny side up, sunrise load.
the one thing
I'm
you learn
old.
about living in the van is the weather patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned real quick that the coldest time in Austin, even the summer, winter, it doesn't matter. It's like 6, 7 a.m.
Yeah,
I don't want to jump in.
no.
I was at this Fly for Life camp in March, and it was like 33 degrees at 9 a.m., and we had to go.
Oh Jesus.
And
I
the
don't like that
highest
shit.
it was like 47. It was humidity was 70%.
Right.
And it was, gloves, doctor gloves.
You jumping gloves?
I will wear tunnel gloves, and then underneath there I'll wear like
The
surgical
rubber gloves. Right,
yeah.
right.
I hate gloves.
I can't do
But
gloves.
if I hate gloves, but I hate not feeling my toggles under canopy even worse.
Oh God, or not filling your pud.
Yeah, so I will wear tunnel gloves with the rubber. That's about it.
So Fly for Life camps, Luis Pinedo, those boys have been shredding for years. Shout
Yeah.
out to Fly for Life. They're out of DeLand, Florida.
Yes, they are.
You know, they're doing the most cutting edge shit that I've seen outside of Jesse Tech's layers. And I'm not gonna fucking lie,
Well,
that's a bad motherfucker.
Tex
right
is now part
there.
of the Fly for Life
Of
coaches.
course they signed his ass.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want the problems. They didn't want
Oh,
the
yeah, so-
competition. Yeah, that's a bad motherfucker right there.
So I did their March Fly for Life camp in 18. And at that point, it was there was a 500 jump requirement. You had to be slot specific on your strong side, quadrant specific on your weak side. And
No, really? They broke it down like strong side, weak side?
yeah, so basically if you're like
Yeah,
for
of
me
course, there's a
example, I'm
strong side,
stronger on
weak
my
side.
back. And so that was my strong side, but I could hold a quadrant on my belly side with 500 jumps.
For the track dives.
Yeah, at this point I had like 700 jumps.
Right on.
And-
See, I didn't start tracking until after 2 years in the tunnel and carving on my head and back and
Yeah.
layouts and shit. Because before, man, all I did was tandems and fucking AFF. All I did was point at people. You know what I mean? So when it came to flying, I could barely sit flying. I could fly in wingsuits pretty well, but that's about it. So after the tunnel, like you say, strong side, weak side, I didn't have that experience because when I got out there, I was already there. But I could see how you're like, I don't like that. Guys say that. I don't like my belly. Or I don't like my back. I'm like, it's the
Exactly.
same thing, but it's not. It's really not.
It's not. It's completely
I know,
different. It's
I
like,
know.
you know how it is now.
No, I'm just so fucking spoiled. I'm a spoiled brat. I don't get it. That's just, it's this way it is sometimes. And that's why it's kind of hard to relate sometimes.
No, I totally get it. Like for me,
We're having a moment here.
I'm still at the point
Radio.
where my back is my strong side and my belly is my weak side. But as we've been working on the outface carving,
yeah.
got. I know it's something now. I'm ready to go to Sky. Like try it out.
So
like-
explain the process that you've learned. Outface carving is head down, facing the glass.
Mm-hmm.
Outface belly carving.
So yeah, it's always something that's eluded me, something I haven't trained for. I knew it would be super difficult to learn. So yeah, recently we've done more to get the right head position, stomach, chest, higher speeds, dive it down.
Yeah.
It's definitely I don't know, it's weird to explain. I don't know how it's the position, crunch your abs, crunch your hips, pull your chin on your chest, arms back, hips this. It's a lot,
It's tough.
So but no, I definitely felt like I've got more comfortable over the last couple of days with it. We've been training every day, so thankful for that.
What do you want to do with this tunnel flight shit?
I want to become great. Like,
You want to compete, or you just want to be good in the sky?
Yeah,
You want to
no.
load organize? What do you want
No,
to do?
definitely long term is going to be I want to be able to load organize worldwide. Like, become a Tex or one of those guys who can join the Fly for Life guys or
Yeah.
have camps, things like that.
dream.
Like travel the world, go to Helibookie and Hungary, go wherever.
Hey, tell me if this is a true statement or not. Would you rather be? I mean, this is you're a good person to ask because money doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck about money. GoPro, Red Bull, or Fly for Life. If you had to choose one, what would you go with?
GoPro, Red Bull, or Fly for Life. I think I would go Red Bull, but not
Really?
for the money,
Right.
but just for the what they can provide. Like, I don't think Fly
Oh,
for
like
Life
the unique life experiences.
Like, I don't think, nothing against Fly for Life. I love those guys. They're phenomenal.
Amazing jumps,
Yes.
but you're not going to take a helicopter into
exactly
a cliff
over
in China and
exactly
fucking rope swing onto a
Yes.
slide and base jump.
Yeah, or go over it. Like, exactly. You
On
get
fire.
it, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
so Red
That
Bull
was
will
kind of a-
sponsor you for these crazy
Crazy things.
ideas
Yeah.
where you can go travel the
Right.
world. I don't know if you want to go base jump Mount Everest, they will pay for it. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
they'll pay you to
just
go
gotta
do it.
snowboard first.
Yeah, whatever. It might be.
And then-
If you want to
yeah.
ride a motocross bike, do a backflip,
You
and
gotta
then open your
backflip
canopy.
Everest,
Like,
and they'll pay for that shit.
exactly. So I think not because, and I think the Red Bull sponsorship is one of the hardest ones to get in when it comes to extreme sports, and we'll put skydiving, base jumping into that category, right? Like
right.
So yeah, GoPro, it's GoPro.
So
I have nothing against GoPro. I get all my videos from GoPro.
no, I
but-
love GoPro.
Yeah.
I mean, those are my three best. Like, those are the three dreams, right? What would be better? Give me one that would be better, like a Tesla or a fucking SpaceX or a fucking Amazon sponsorship. I don't know.
I guess better. What do you mean by better?
For like,
Pays
what would
more
be the-
money?
No,
like
not money.
supports
It's like,
more?
what would be the most awesome thing in a life? It'd probably be fucking Red Bull.
Right? Like,
Right, wingsuit in the Grand Canyon. You got to land on a motorcycle and then jump some shit. That'd be fucking great. Hey, 18 months.
yeah, dude. 18 months going strong, living in this van.
Best drop zone.
All right. So, let me break it down.
You've been to how many drop zones?
Man, probably like 20, 30 at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said, the first 12 months in the van, I basically jumped from drop zone to drop zone, just skydiving.
Right.
Like, that's all I did.
Right.
So I've had a chance to start in California, where I got to see all of those, and then I moved all the way down across into Florida, saw those, was able to move up the entire East Coast,
Uh-huh.
and saw those as well. So, and then all the Texas ones, of course, at this point as well, right? But honestly, dude, it's probably one we as fun jumpers don't want to hear it is the best, but it's going to be Skydive Key West.
Okay.
It is. It's probably the.
I wasn't expecting that at
No,
all.
like what I mean by that is like it's they got a Cessna, they got 2 TIs, but it's just a cute little like house. It's like the TIs are running it. They got a Packer and a pilot. You're landing on the mangroves. It's going over the Keys.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Like if I had pictures, I have pictures to show you, but we can't even go there. It's just they won't allow fun jumpers because risk of even the TIs have like tandem instructors for you guys who don't know what TIs is. Have GPS because the clouds start at 900 and go up to 10,000. And they have to know where to land, but they're landing on this mangrove and just the way it's set up. The drop zone house for my buddy Sean, who I met at Fly for Life, lived it. I went down there. I checked it out. It was phenomenal, dude.
Did you get to jump?
No, but like just seeing it.
Just to work there, one of the 2 guys on Earth that get to do that.
And the
for a
Packer,
season.
he gets to jump there too. So I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here, but before I accepted the iFly job at Austin, I had 2 other gigs. It was either drive for the boogie circuit for Tone Fly, Tony Suits,
Yeah.
and do the
Tony Suits.
Tony Suits. They had that big RV, drive it all across the U.S. for the boogie circuits, be their representative. But the deal was I would not have to work the tent. All I would have to do is drive it. My boogie fees would be covered, and I could jump. I didn't work
Just
the
a
tent.
driver.
Just a driver. I was not going to stand in the boogie and work the tent. That wasn't going to work.
Right.
Or go down to Skydive Key West because their Packer was leaving
No,
and
just
pack
pack
their
some shit.
rigs.
Yeah.
And as a Packer, you get unlimited fun jumps. So if there's only one tandem, you can do a hop and pop, and you just swoop. You just become a canopy expert,
An expert.
An expert.
Like shark evading expert.
So I had both of those in my pocket already, basically. They had offered me the job. They were just waiting for me to confirm.
What a blessed life you've got, Eric Revord.
Man, I'm just smooth when it comes to talking, Like, I just talk my way into
fuck up.
whatever. Like, no, but like, Sean, the guy who was the main guy, we met at Fly for Life. We got along well. I visited.
No, you're a good guy.
Yeah.
You're a great guy. What are you flying right now?
I'm a 109 Crossfire.
Why not PD?
To be honest, I started with Sapphire. I started on a Spectre.
Okay,
Then I
got
met Sapphire, and then somebody gave me a good deal on a Crossfire 119. And
You love it, or is it? What do you think?
I still think the flare is too short. Like the arch, the recovery pattern is not long enough to be swooping because the flare is super short.
Well, it's not cross brace, bro. It's a
But
trainer.
even if you could go with like a 120 Sabre or something like that, or a Katana, where you would have.
Well, Katana's a different beast.
But you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
The recovery arc is super quick.
Yeah, those motherfuckers are ground hungry.
Yeah, the Katana is.
The Katana, you aim it down.
But the
it's
recovery
like,
arc
we're
is
going down.
long.
Yeah.
So it will
swoop a motherfucker. Brandon Chenard would outswoop chaoses, velocities.
And that's the one thing I don't like about the Crossfire. The recovery arc is super quick.
So what's your next canopy?
If I have the money, I'll probably get a Gangster
What's that?
from Fluid Wings.
Fluid Wings. Shout out to Fluid Wings. I don't know much about you guys. I'm going to contact you, and we're going to talk, about parachutes.
Yeah.
But one of my ghetto birds up in Oklahoma, shout out Jared Thompson. He loves Fluid Wings. He keeps hitting me up about it.
Yes, dude.
I talked to him in the velocities, and he's like, fluid. I'm like, who are these cats? But I keep hearing it. You said a Gangster. It's called a Gangster?
It's called a Gangster. It's a 7-cell, but 3.5 cross brace in the middle.
Oh, so it's not a full cross brace.
No, not a full cross brace.
sounds weird.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna go from
That's
a
not Gangster.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
not
gangster enough for me, man. I'm not gonna go from a 109 to a
Gangster's
fully cross braced.
Triple cross brace is Gangster.
Well, they have their HK whatever for that.
Okay.
If you want to be real gangster with them,
They should switch the names, dog. I would switch the names.
they do have some cool
But, hey,
names.
They've taken Speedfly technology and morphed it into skydive canopies. Is that right? Is that them?
No.
All right, it's a different company that's done that.
So they're basically out of the land. They're right there on that whole street where Vector and
all of them, okay.
all of them are. And I was at the
these
fly.
are disgruntled employees from all the fucking companies.
Yeah,
that
but
have
they've
come
actually put a
together.
lot of money into research and development.
Good
They're
for
actually
them.
legit.
Good for them, and they're here in America.
Yes.
Good for
All
them.
manufactured here. And so obviously when you're down there, you know how you can demo canopies and they'll mail them to you. Well, if you're down there in Florida, the land right there to drop. So they just take it however long you want it and bring it back. There's no like 10 days. Like that's only if you're doing it by mail.
And they're that good.
And you can go, you can
I mean,
go,
like the canopies.
you can go to PD, you can go to any of them.
Right.
But Fluid Wings was right there, and I was there with Jossam, your boy. You know who I'm talking about.
Al-Abrahim.
Yeah,
The
Jossam.
motherfucker's from Kuwait. He's
Kuwait.
like special forces motherfucker.
No, he's actually a fire chief.
What was he before that? He's military, dog.
No, I think he's like
That's it.
he studied fire college.
Jossam learned at Oklahoma Skydive Center from Andy Beck and Jack motherfucking Miller, baby. It's my home DZ.
So yeah,
Hey, okay, you guys are in Florida, and how many jumps you put on the Gangster?
not many, just like 10, 12.
And it convinced you though, didn't
yeah,
it?
it's like
You know what? You liked your Crossfire before you jumped that shit, didn't you?
I had a Crossfire at the time, the 119.
And you were fine, weren't you, until you touched
Yeah,
that new shit?
yeah, but-
that's why I don't touch new shit.
But at that point, I was in a van, and I knew I'm not gonna buy a new canopy. That was out of the question. So
Right. I'm trying to travel the world on ramen, baby. You can't fuck with me. What do you eat? What do you eat? What's your diet? Is it okay?
diet is clean, man.
I mean, I know you push up and work out. You're fit. You hit
Well, the
gym,
only
you
thing
get
I
a
do is
shower.
you guys know, the only way I stay in shape is working in the tunnel and do my push-ups. But that's enough. That's all I need.
Okay. Diet.
Diet. I don't eat any fast food.
Okay. Living in the van, you don't eat fast food.
No.
Okay. So you eat out of restaurants every day?
No. I do have a mini fridge. I have a propane stove.
Oh, okay.
I can cook bacon, eggs, toast, things like that. Anything that you can think of that way. I also use the iFly fridge to keep my lunch meat, cheese,
all
and
good, yeah.
freezer stuff
I eat that
fresh.
shit all day.
Yeah, so I learned the hard way. Got to keep my name on it
You gotta
because
put your
people
name
would
on
eat it. Like,
hey, that
I
looks
even
like staff food, man.
dude, they took it with my name on it. So
Yeah,
I was
it's
like, what?
That was me. I just confessed.
You probably was you, huh? I
Hey, dog,
figured it
your
was
boy
you.
be hungry
Was.
between classes. I'm just kidding. I haven't. But somebody. I mean, come on, man. Dude's
it's all good.
dying of hunger. You know,
No,
he's
it's all
like
good.
hungover, dragging his ass in there. He see a piece of cheese. He's like, thank God, because sometimes that's all there is in there. is
No,
your
it was
shit.
like some kind of frozen meal or something like that.
Okay, so like sandwiches, regular breakfast.
A lot like real talk, like the HEB, like microwavable dishes they have been phenomenal.
Okay,
Yeah, they have all, like.
so you're not watching for sodium or fucking anything.
No.
You don't give a fuck. You just
Dude.
living the van life.
Working at iFly just burns so many calories. I can do what I want at this point,
Yeah.
I'm blessed that way. I'm definitely fortunate.
How many malfunctions you got?
What, in the sky? Or like in life.
Oh, we can't tally up life, buddy. Shit, I can't tally up my malfunctions. How many? No, sky jumps.
In the sky, dude, I only have one, and believe it or not, it was my 4th jump ever. They packed me a line over.
It wasn't body position?
How,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Don't get me wrong. Like when I cut it away, I was like, am I that student who cut away something you could have kicked out of? Or it was like, that was for sure my thought.
Mm-hmm.
But we, 5,000, you wave off as a student, you pull. As soon as that canopy opened, that line, like one side completely opened, the other didn't. That line was over. And it was pulling major G-force. It also put me in a line spin as well. So I don't know, maybe shitty position, maybe I don't know.
I'm just teasing.
Yeah, but no, dude, like my fourth jump, I'm sure it was terrible. I'm sure it was nothing good.
No tunnel time.
No tunnel time.
Me neither, dude.
It was like, so you get it, right?
Yeah, I used to spin like a motherfucker.
I think that's
frisbee.
your first jump with one instructor.
Oh, so you went to the traditional AFF?
Yeah.
7 jumps, or was it the cat A, B, C, D, E and shit?
No, it was just
7 jumps.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it, man.
Yes.
I don't know all this new shit they got going.
No, it was just the regular one, and it was.
So as the release dive, you're supposed to do 90s.
Exactly what I did.
Did you kill it?
Yeah, dude. My goal always was don't fail a level. They're
I
too
ain't got no money.
They're too because no. Like when I called Elsinore and I said, hey, because I remember I told you my friends, they're like, no. I called up. There's like, how much does it cost to get my E license? And they're like, well, if you pay jump by jump, it's this and this and much. If you pay it all at once, it's $200 cheaper. You get all this. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
I had the, it's like I paid it straight. I knew I was gonna do it.
Right.
But yeah, on that 4th jump, man, that line twist, it was pulling. Geez, I hadn't felt it yet in a while. I look up and I was like, this is not a flyable canopy. I knew right away. So I looked at it. I said, yep. I kept looking at altitude. I said, eventually, I said, all right, man, you're not cool. I got to cut you away. So I was like, all right, 1, 2, 3, here we go.
Right.
And I remember cutting away, and the way they taught us was look at the cutaway of your reserve and then pull away.
Right.
But when I pulled, I lost sight of it because it was just spinning me crazy.
Right.
And I had lost sight. So I basically tapped my stomach and I move up to my chest, to my shoulder, to above my neck, to above my head until I finally feel the other handle to pull out the reserve canopy. So I don't even know if my RSL worked.
Yeah, what year was this? You didn't have an RSL? You should have had an RSL.
I think it was this was 2015.
This was fucking 3 years ago.
So by the time, but really, I was.
Dude, there was an RSL on that motherfucker.
But it didn't fire. Whatever reason.
You didn't gear check your RSL, though?
I thought I did.
I mean, 4 jumps, you don't know.
Yeah, they're checking
That
me.
was an RSL.
Yeah, but you think by the time, this is 4 or 5 taps by the time I give above my head to pull it.
So at Learn to Skydive Austin, they teach the method that was taught by Jack Reeves, that was taught probably in Lodi, which, they save their asses, right? It's look at your fucking handles, right? Because they might have folded under. Because we're about to do that Friday freak out here in a second, right? Look and visually see your handles. Because you don't want to be grabbing for shit and doing what you just did up, right? Look, grab them, thumb in, arch, take a deep breath, chill the fuck out, right, left. There's no searching after you dump. I don't like that grab, look, pull, and then, oh shit, try to get to this handle. That sounds crazy to me.
I agree. And going forward, I've always said for my next cutaway, I'm putting both hands.
Dude, look,
my arms
grab,
are
arch. It's so simple.
Because my arms are long enough, right? The reason they teach you both hands here is so if your arms aren't long enough, you can swipe
chop.
it. Yes.
Yeah,
but I feel
can
like
see
I got these
that.
arms long enough where I can just
see that.
boom, boom, get it out.
And I got long arms too,
Yeah.
so I'm an asshole. But I still teach that shit.
So
Pull that
hey,
shit.
but I actually brought both my handles down with me too on my
I
4th jump.
tossed my motherfucking handles.
On the
My
4th
first one.
jump. And so I land, and at this point, so every morning before we jumped, we had these flashcards we'd have to hold. This huge flashcard, they would pop up, and they would ask us, what is it? Can I kick out of this? Do I got to cut this away?
Yeah. Fuck
so
yeah.
when that malfunction happened, I remember I was super calm and relaxed.
You're like, boom, I know exactly what that is.
Yes, I know what this is. When I cut away, obviously your adrenaline's pumping. You know this is your second parachute. If this one doesn't work, you're in major trouble. You're new. It's all still surreal kind of.
Right.
But I was super calm and collected. And I think at that point, I realized that I could do this.
Nice.
Right? That was kind of the moment I was like, no, even though I'm scared shitless every time I go up, like, why are you doing this? Oh,
Right,
yeah, I
right.
love it. Oh, my God, why are you doing this? You know?
Right.
So, but at that point, I realized if a malfunction happened, I'm going to be calm and collected.
And I can handle it.
I
so
can
I'm
handle
good.
it, yeah.
So I had crazy line twists on my first jump because I tried to grab the earth when I let go of the wing on IED. And kicking out of those line twists, I was never feared line twist again in my life. Because I already had line twists. That was easy. You know what I mean? Best jump. Best jump.
Best jump.
What jumps out first? Just say it. Boom. Like, don't even think about it.
I don't know. It's hard.
Is it a camp jump or is it just
no.
two-way with
I
your
think
boys?
two-way with my boys, or even like, I think now that I've become an instructor and I've become, my skills have I'm not saying I'm good yet,
Just-
but
yeah,
they've gotten better.
You're in the magic tube, dude.
Yeah,
You have no choice but to get good.
I now at this point, I'm no longer looking to jump the most technical jumps with people I don't know.
Right.
I'm more interested. I don't care if it's more a fun jump with my boys.
Right.
Like, I think that's kind of now where it's gone to. Where in the past I was like, oh, if you're not on my level, I don't want to jump with you. I want to jump with the most skilled guys because I was just so eager, so hungry to learn.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how you learn. You got to jump with the good guys. It's not
Exactly.
your
So,
fault.
but now I enjoy more jumping with my friends who don't have the skills yet because they're maybe in wingsuiting or doing other different disciplines where I'm not.
Right.
But when we jump together, it's more fun jumps. It's
Nice.
kind of like that. And I missed out on those in the beginning because I was just so hungry to learn, you know?
Yeah. Nice, man. So we're going to go to the Friday Freak Out. Shout out to Andrew Revis. Kicking ass, man. We love the site. I'm giving out stickers, buddy. Oh, we should hit your van up. I got some badass stickers. I got a bunch of team stickers.
Well, like I said, you can wrap it. It doesn't look too bad.
I want to wrap that shit. So this, when I watched it earlier, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But after speaking to you and reading the comments, this motherfucker's a ninja. Now, I don't understand. Well, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, it's loading. Okay. If it doesn't load because the internet's bad back here.
So, yeah, I agree. I think he was
There you go.
situational aware. He knew he was in a bad situation. He knew the only way out was what he does. Watch.
Yeah. So he dumps and he has line twists and he's looking down. I look at my canopy when it opens. You don't look at your shit?
I look up right away.
Yeah, I watch that shit.
I love to see it open up.
Because now he's like, oh shit, he's unzipping. Spinning on his back. Hey, have you flown any wingsuits?
I have not.
Okay, I've flown some big shit. The worst thing you want to do is let your legs go crazy and your legs inflate when you're back. Because it's not going to come back down, especially if you have line twists. You're stuck like that. You know what I mean? It's hard to get over, man. You got to squeeze your knees together and collapse all that fucking air out. It's so
But
hard.
does it slow down your fall rate at least? Does it give you more
Yeah, but
time?
you're on your back and spinning. It's not a good place.
And you really can't see your altimeter,
You can't
right?
see
Because your arms are...
Well, you can unzip. Like, wow, he's fucking low. So, whoo, fuck, he's
So
fucking
has he
low.
cut away? No.
Yeah, he's chopped. He's in free fall right now, waiting. Oh shit, 500 feet. What is that? 300, 250.
Oh, that's super low.
What was the cyber 750? So
1,000
500?
to 750 is what they're supposed to fire.
Jesus, Lord God, in between the power lines to
And
the cinder blocks.
Laying on the rocks.
All right, if we could please run that back. Yo, so the comments say that his reserve handle slipped inside of the fucking
Yes.
wingsuit. So he chops on the right, and he goes to reserve, and it's not there. If he used the technique I was taught, he would have seen his reserve wasn't there in the beginning. It wouldn't have been an oh shit situation. And you should check your gear before you get on the plane. I don't know the wingsuit, but I think they're designed for your handles to stay out. The wingsuits I've jumped, it's completely out of the suit, dude, right? I
Yeah,
don't know the new shit. I don't know what suit
No,
this is.
this video is old enough where I agree. The handle should have been outside, like you said.
You rigged the suit, dude. There's no
Yes.
way for your handle to disappear inside your suit. It doesn't really make sense, does it?
No.
Because it comes out by the shoulder and by the hip, and this whole area is pretty fucking flat and clear for handles.
Yep.
So I think I think those comments might be full of shit.
No, but I think you can see in the video that their handle is missing. That you can't get, there's not a handle there.
Okay, so but what does that mean though?
So he just basically, when he got dressed,
He misrouted that
He
shit.
misrouted it and zipped
And
it.
then the worst possible scenario fucking happened.
Yes,
He had a malfunction.
exactly.
All right, I'm gonna preach it again. Gear checks, gear checks, gear checks, man. Save your lives, man. Save your
But
asses.
going back to the video where the critical situation that saved his life in here was
Yes.
he knew
Yes.
that he could not open his reserve.
Explain what happened. Explain what he did. This is beautiful.
And he could not, also knew he could not land the main that he was under. So the decision he had to make at a certain altitude was, if I can cut away my main, can I dive quick enough to the ground, accelerate my speed to get past 79 miles an hour so my AAD will fire and save me?
Do you understand? Do we understand this? Listen, you're in a bad situation. You cannot dump your reserve. Instead of going to blind panic, look, you just chopped, man. No parachute, nothing else is coming out. You're in a wingsuit. What are you going to do? I've got a Cypress. I'm so heads up. I'm going to go head down on these bitches, get my shit to fire, and land on these cinder blocks.
Hope it fires. Hope I accelerate quick enough to hit that speed.
Oh, here's another thing. If you didn't fucking route your shit right, you probably didn't turn your Cypress on either, dog.
Well, luckily for him, he did.
Yeah, good shot. Good shout out, man. Shout out to you for living another day, dude. Holy shit. Contact me and tell me what happened, man. I don't want to be a dick about it, but how the fuck did your handle disappear? All right, cool. Why skydive?
Why skydive? That second you leave that plane, I can't explain that feeling. It's
fucking second.
It is the most. I can't explain it. And then after that, it's just muscle memory kicks in.
It's over.
You fly your body.
You're gone.
You try to fly your body, and then you dump, and it's now time to fly your canopy. There's not a part of it that I do not like. That I do not love. Like, yeah, without skydiving, I probably would have not walked away from my career and lived in the van. Right. That was the catalyst that drove it all.
Wow.
So for the last 4 or 5 years, every decision I've made in my life was due to skydiving.
Beautiful. All right. Hey, man, WazzyCircus Radio. We're launching a Patreon. It's so we can bring more guests in from other states, widen the podcast. We want to start a Wounded Warrior Fund. I want to fly more amputees. I want to fly more guys coming back. After Eric Borkman's show last week, man, we watched The Long Road Home, and I'll tell you what, you watch war movies, and it's kind of hard to connect because it's just a movie. But when you see your friend, and the actor did such a good job playing Eric. Such a good job playing Eric. It's Discovery made it. I saw my friend on the television going through this horrendous experience, and it was heart-wrenching. And I look at vets in a new light. I've always been a fan of vets. Dakota Meyer is one of my buddies. But I haven't seen him. I didn't connect, man. We need to connect with these guys, man. It's heavy. It's heavy. So we're launching a Patreon. We're going to try to work out the Wounded Warrior thing. Please support the podcast. Anything you guys give. Some of the tiers, I'm going to do some Skype calls with you guys, upload some videos, and I'll do like live action coaching with you. I can tell you that your legs are bent and your shoulders like this or something. It's the little things that make you better, though. It's the little things. Danny will tell you to push your chest back and your chin up, and then the whole fucking flare changes. It's crazy. So I would offer those tips to you guys, T-shirts and stuff. Please help us out. Keep your head on a swivel. Hook that shit. Learn how to skydive. It changed my life. It saved my life. It'll change yours.
Changed my life for sure.
Right on, right on. Eric Revord, man. Where can they find you? Where can they follow your adventures?
Right now, I'm on Facebook. You can follow me on Eric Revord. That's about it. I'll be posting.
Yeah, you're fucking living in a van. You don't give a fuck about none of this shit.
I basically, when I decided to live in the van, I'm like, I'm disconnecting myself from technology.
It's beautiful.
So,
you obviously have.
I have.
Hey, you pull up an iFly. He's in the back with his dog laying in the grass, sitting on the chair.
That's me.
Much love, you guys. Hit me up. WazzyCircus Radio. Boom. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, man.